Hi, my name's Sensei Steve Leggett, and I would like to talk about some of my history, which is a long history to a lot of people. First started out, me and my brother Sean, in 1978, going back that long ago, and we first started out in judo for a couple of years under Jazza Jameson, and I suppose other influences like my grandfather, Fred Phillips, who was a judo instructor. And I suppose, like everything else, that your path leads on to something that you really enjoy, and that was the Shotokan system, basically, and still do to this day. I've taught many people, particularly East Anglia, and done many courses for other schools, and gone on many courses and trained with masters around the United Kingdom. I think basically we have to be very careful sometimes in some schools about the level of information we refer to knowledge. I think you have to be very aware of the issue, basically, that there are a lot of cowboys that cause pollution. And when I refer to pollution, very bad way and very bad knowledge basically being passed on to some schools. And you look at some of the schools today, it's not like it was, many years ago. It was fun to train, and the knowledge was very stimulating to actually listen to your instructor. And I think this is something you have to be careful, basically, that you don't get caught out. Some instructors are cowboys, they only want this, and if they only want this, they'll be tested, all right, basically, because that's not really what it's about, basically, just take, and don't give nothing back. What we refer to, basically, the pure information and knowledge to actually sink in step by step. It isn't a race. Some people think it's a race, basically, to get there as quickly as possible. It doesn't happen that way. And when they realise that it certainly doesn't happen that way, and you take it step by step without making mistakes, with guidance, the correct guidance and the correct knowledge being given. But there are many people that I have to thank, and it hadn't been for my martial arts training, I wouldn't be alive today. There were many incidents when I was younger, where had it not have been the confidence through training and the confidence in subject training in the dojo, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be alive. And that is a well-known fact, everybody knows this. There were many incidents, basically, in past tense, and there are many people you have to be aware of, obviously, and these type of, idiots, because they must be idiots, they wouldn't be attacking you in the first place, very foolish people, I might add as well, to take a chance like that. I have a lot to be grateful about in the Shotokan system, as well as other martial arts of study. I've done weaponry. I think I first started out in 1983 in the foam nunchucker sticks with weaponry, and then went on to the wooden, only to find out that when you're actually doing your basic style, the nunchucker goes round, and it clipped me around the back of the skull. I kind of lost my confidence a little bit. And I remember vividly that hurt, and certainly there are fond memories like that, basically, that I recall, very fond memories, and happy memories, happy days, as well as one or two people that were taught a bit of a lesson, basically, one or two of the nasty ones that you get in the dojo that was certainly caught out, especially with your shirigiri back kick. I was very famous for doing the shirigiri back kick, as well as in competition in general. Really and truthfully, I'd rather see good technicians in the school and the right amount of information being passed on to students. And I think it's very important to have a good relationship with your sensei, basically choosen, student, and sensei, master instructor. Very important on all concepts, basically, especially in subject training, and many influences in past tense, basically, and many fun memories, particularly at the Liverpool Red Triangle in Liverpool when it was at its peak still, and very fond memories of Grandmaster Sherry, Sensei Frank Brennan, and Sensei Bob Poynton, you know, and quite rightly so, you know. And many schools around the United Kingdom that I have a lot to be grateful for, and particularly in East Anglia as well. Many people to thank, basically, for the right reasons. I'd like to thank everybody to listen to this. Basically, it's important to me, you know. But the message is basically that we get the right amount of information in martial arts training, and we don't get this pollution, this idea of pollution that goes. There's plenty of that in the crap in some schools of pollution, bad way, bad knowledge. Ignore that. Train with good people and have that state of awareness, your zanjan, the state of mind. Thank you for your time and attention.